Vasanthi Badrinath to hand over the memento to the musicians, please. Mrs. Bharati.
Photographer. Mrs.
Archana. Arati. Thank you, madam. I now invite Dr. Girish Rao to introduce the chief guest of the evening, Mr. A.M. Naik, Group Chairman, Blast and Tutor.
Respected dignitaries on and off the dais, I stand here to introduce Sri A.M. Naik. Popularly known as Mr. Infrastructure, he led the company that is building the India of the 21st century. His 53 years of journey with L&T has been a part of the folklore of corporate India. But I shall be speaking about Mr. A.M. Naik, the philanthropist. In his own words, he is a third generation philanthropist, following the footsteps of his grandfather and father. His very first act of philanthropy was way back in 1995 when he made a donation of 4 lakhs to set up a hospital in his village of Kharel, Navsari, Gujarat. And he had to give an account of the source of his money to his father, who wouldn't accept it otherwise. His decision to donate 75% of his wealth to charity has made headlines recently. He has set up 2 trusts, the Naik Charitable Trust focusing on education and skill development, and the Nirali Memorial Medical Trust, which is setting up hospitals across the western part of India. Mr. Naik says, and I quote, "I want to carry out my charity work at my Janmabhoomi, that's in Gujarat, and my Karmabhoomi, that's in Mumbai, Maharashtra. I will pick up 2 projects every year, education, skill development, or health. I hope I will continue to help society as long as I am alive. When I see how many poor people are benefited, the satisfaction I get, I cannot get from anywhere." Unquote. A man who has consciously tried to instill in all the feeling of wanting to serve the country, a cause far greater than career or the company. He has joined hands with Mr. Ophthalmology, Dr. S.S. Badrinath, in supporting and contributing to the cause of Sankara Nethralaya, that is, providing total eye care to all, creating a center of excellence, and carrying out innovative India-centric research. Medical Research Foundation has benefited from Mr. Naik's benevolence, which has helped us in set up our oculopathology center. Besides, his influence with the Larsen and Toubro has helped us set up various of our facilities, including the Nero block, the C.U. Shah Foundation, and the Vijay Lakshmi blocks across our various campuses. The Sankara Ratna Award 2005 was bestowed on Mr. A. Naik in recognition of his outstanding support and distinguished service to the cause and philosophy of Sankara Nethralaya. So we are extremely privileged and honored to have you in our midst, and I welcome you to this gathering.
Thank you, Dr. Rao. I now call upon Dr. Badrinath and Dr. Vasanthi Badrinath to honor Mr. A.M. Naik with a memento and a shawl.
ಫೋಟೋಗ್ರಾಫರ್
சீட் எக்ஸ்ப்ளோர்
ரொம்ப குறுக வராது.
Thank you very much. चश्मा पहन के आया.
கேமரா பின்னாடி வந்துருங்க.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, madam. And now we invite Dr. K.S. Vasan, Managing Director, Sankara Nethralaya, to make a presentation about Sankara Nethralaya.
Good afternoon to all of you. I have been entrusted with the task of describing the progress of Sankara Nethralaya over 4 decades in just about 7 minutes. This is a journey of the Temple of the Eye, Sankara Nethralaya, over 39 years. And we start with Swami Vivekananda, who said, take up one idea, make that one idea your life. Think of it, dream of it, and live on that idea. Let the brain, muscles, nerves, every part of your body be full of that idea, and just leave every other idea alone. That is the way to success. That is the way that's the way great spiritual giants are produced, said Swami Vivekananda. Now, Dr. Badrinath, after coming back from the US training, had one idea: to develop ophthalmology in India to world-class levels. And he came up with one philosophy at the inception of the institution. A lot of management gurus talk about quality, service, and price as strategic differentiators between people competing in one area. But this was in the 1970s. Dr. Badrinath internalized it as a duty, Sanatana Dharma. And his philosophy is, let the words mantra of Sankara Nethralaya ever remind me and my associates His Holiness command that there be a missionary spirit in the project. Let the word Nethralaya constantly remind me and my colleagues that the place of our work is an alaya. Work will be our worship, which we shall do with sincerity, dedication, and utmost love. That is the philosophy that has guided Nethralaya for the last 4 decades. And every day, about 1,800 family members of Nethralaya come to work with that philosophy in mind, striving to achieve that lofty goal. Obviously, being humans, we do fail at times, but the goal is always there to achieve perfection, and perfection is not that's achieved that easily. Sankara Nethralaya was started in 1978 in a modest fashion. In 1989, we had the CU Sankara Nethralaya St. Thomas Mount that was built. And then the main hospital, Mahito Block, was completed in 1991 in Chennai, followed by HT Parekh Block in 1999, Pathra's Road Garden, Chennai, followed by Navasuja Sankara Nethralaya 2003 in Raja Annamalapuram. Then Kamanayan Bajaj Research Center in 2008 in Chennai. And then we started a hospital in Calcutta, in Mukundapur in 2009. In Tirupati in 2012, Sri Srinivasa Sankara Nethralaya, which is supported fully by Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, and Sankara Nethralaya runs this hospital totally free. Then we have Sri City in Andhra. We have a hospital that was started in 2013. And we completed a new outpatient block on Pycroft Road in 2016, followed by Kamanayan Bajaj Sankara Nethralaya in Rajaghat in Kolkata, 2017. Our expansion plans include starting up a new community hospital in St. Thomas Mount in Chennai and expansion of the existing hospital in the same location. And this will start in 2018. And we are also considering a new hospital in Thane, Maharashtra. And there is also a dream, a plan to start SM University in Sri City, Andhra. So Nethralaya has grown over the last decade, substantially serving the people of India in its own way. We are one family. As I said, we have 108 ophthalmologists and 1,700 support staff, all working under one philosophy. We are a registered society, a not-for-profit organization, supported by philanthropists, individuals, corporations. The growth of the organization is largely due to the support we receive from the organizations who have given with an open heart to Sankara Nethralaya. Not as a charity, but as their contribution to society as partners in our fight against blindness in India. Bear with me a second. The objective of Sankara Nethralaya are linked to the needs of our country. World-class patient care, which really means highly trained professionals in the system, world-class equipment, and commitment and dedication to the service. That's what world-class patient care means. Education, teaching and training medical professionals as well as paramedical professionals. Community service includes free service, and we'll talk a little bit about the community service in a minute. And also conducting India-centric research. Much of the research that you see and read about has been from the West. But India has its own genetic differences. So Dr. Badrinath said we must have India-centric research, not relying on what happens in the West. Now, impact on the community. Sankara Nethralaya makes no distinction with respect to religion, caste, gender, or region. The only criteria for providing free service is the economic status of the patient. And it is provided to poor patients coming from all across the country. By undergoing the free treatment, the poor patients regain their vision and most importantly, dignity. And it improves their livelihood and it also improves the financial status of the entire family, a great saving to the nation. Sankara Nethralaya has done over 120 lakhs of consultations. 50% of that is done totally free of cost. Over 9 lakhs of surgeries have been performed. 1/3 of that is totally free of cost since inception, and that percentage is increasing. And the last year, I believe it is about 36% free surgeries. As I said, over 3 lakhs of free surgeries have been performed, and the growth has been increasing. The way we approach community service is several-fold. Walk-in patients in base hospitals across Tamil Nadu and Calcutta and Sri City and Tirupati. Transporting patients from villages to base hospitals. Routinely, our buses go out to villages and some areas, screen patients for cataract, bus them over here, put them in the base hospital, provide accommodation, food, and perform the surgery and take them back. We also do a large amount of school screenings. Many times the children are thought to be not very smart, but in fact their eyesight is not good enough when they are in the classrooms. So we do a lot of school screenings and provide classes to the students so that they can do well in their lives. We also have teleophthalmology. We have mobile refraction vans that go out to villages and prescribe glasses. Mobile eye surgery unit is an innovative approach. And this is a concept to reach the unreached. Now, I'd like to show you a short video on the mobile eye surgery unit. This is the...
These two vehicles travel independently and are connected on-site through a retractable vestibule, a preparatory vehicle that contains patient preparation setup, surgeon's changing room, and a surgery vehicle that houses an operating theatre and a sterilization chamber. Several tests are performed to evaluate patient's condition. A medical record is created for each patient with all relevant information. With surgical clothes and given medication is given local anesthesia and monitored before surgery. After ensuring that the local anesthesia takes its effect, the patient is led to the operation theatre in the surgery vehicle through the interconnecting vestibule. A 10 to 15-minute procedure where the surgeon accesses the anterior segment of the eye through an incision and removes the natural lens of the eye that has become opaque and puts in place an artificial intraocular lens. This pilot project has successfully completed demonstrating feasibility and viability of such mobile eye surgical units. After successfully completing its task, the mobile eye surgical unit now heads to its next destination.
Now, I just want to point out that this mobile eye surgery unit is the only one of its kind that has been approved by the central government. And this project has been technical collaboration with the Indian Institute of Technology in Madras. And we, after having very successful camps in Tamil Nadu and Andhra, using the buses that we have in Chennai, Tata has contributed funds for us to set up a new set of buses in Jharkhand, with Jamshedpur as the base, and reach out to the tribal areas around Jamshedpur. And it has been running since July of 2016. We have done over 8,600 surgeries in the mobile eye surgery vans, and the doctors who perform the surgeries have said that it is as good as operating in a base hospital, and our record in terms of infection is absolutely no infections to date, with God's grace and good work.
These two vehicles travel.
Since its inception, Sankara Nethralaya, the milestones that we have had has been the milestones of ophthalmology in India itself. It has been a pioneer in dramatically changing the way ophthalmology has been practiced in India. The objective of Sankara Nethralaya has been to revolutionize the way eye diseases and disorders are treated. And Dr. Badrinath has been considered the father of modern ophthalmology in India. Whether it was introducing ophthalmic subspecialties like cancer care and neuro-ophthalmology, or introducing specialized treatment procedures like brachytherapy for eye cancer, Sankara Nethralaya focus has always been to introduce latest treatment procedures to benefit the people of India. This is why Sankara Nethralaya is not just an eye hospital, but a premier tertiary care institution. It has been ranked as #1 ophthalmic institutions in many surveys.
It's always struck me about India is.
Now, I just like to Sankara Nethralaya has also been a teaching and training institution and has trained more than 2,000 ophthalmologists. 10% of all ophthalmologists that are practicing in India today. In short, Nethralaya has been a trailblazer in vision care in India for 39 years now. Now I'd like to show you a short clip on what Vani Jairam said about Sankara Nethralaya being the best managed charitable organization in India, and in his own words here.
It's always struck me about India is not the tremendous difference between wealth and poverty which exists in our country, the gap between the wealthiest and the poorest. But more than that, the gap between the sublime nobility of character on the one hand and the total degradation on the other. This strikes me as the most glaring contrast about India. And when I come to an institution like this, it replenishes my faith in the future of India, thinking that I'm in the midst of human beings who are human and who will one day make this country great by their dedication, by their sense of discipline, and by their service to their fellow man.
Join us in the battle against blindness. Together we can give light. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Vasan. A man with a mission. A man whose philosophy in corporate social responsibility is simple and profound. Who believes that if a company earns, it must return to the society, and that companies owe a responsibility not just to shareholders but to all its stakeholders. I now call upon Dr. Smita Ravi, Senior Consultant Sankara Nethralaya, to introduce the Sankara Ratna Awardee of the day, Mr. Deepak Parekh. Well, he's been called a global networker, a mentor, crisis manager, even a savior. Yet he believes in an open door policy for what a wonderful philosophy from this finance do-gooder. Words of wisdom from this great man make for an excellent game plan. He says, the ideal way to live and be is with humility, accessibility, and integrity. No wonder the whole world is a huge fan. He also believes in a conscience that's clear. It ensures you have nothing to fear and makes for the softest pillow at night, keeps you on the path that's straight and right. That's how he's defined his career. So how does he relax and combat stress? He does have a fun side, I confess. With bridge, cricket, tennis and Sudoku, and Deepak that bars, they re-energize him too. That's Parekh by a super success. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's always a challenge to talk about a well-known personality like Shri Deepak Parekh because there is very little about him that's not known. He spearheads India's premier housing finance company HDFC, and his business acumen has helped turn it into a leader in mortgages and a significant presence in the world of banking, asset management, life insurance, education loans, and education itself. He is on the advisory boards and task forces of many national and international corporations spanning infrastructure, housing, financial services, and capital markets. Mr. Parekh is also the recipient of many prestigious awards and honors like the Padma Bhushan in 2006, the French Knight in the Order of the Legion of Honor in 2010, and the German Cross of the Order of Merit in 2014. More recently, the Mayor of London has appointed him as an international ambassador for championing the cause of London across the globe. Now, Mr. Parekh is the voice of corporate India, and Sankara Nethralaya is a not-for-profit organization. So what connects the two? Yes, for one, he has introduced us to many businessmen, industrialists, philanthropists, including the Vani family. He has helped organize a concert with MS Amman years ago in Mumbai for Nethralaya's benefit. He has graciously sanctioned loans worth vast amounts, whether he was far away in Washington DC or sitting across you as a patient. And he has helped cultivate lifelong well-wishers of our institution. But let's go beyond the office. I'd like to quote former President Abdul Kalam here. He said, "There are 6 virtues that make a person humane. Generosity and the ability to be kind, pure ethics meaning cleanliness of thought and action, tolerance and forbearance, perseverance, concentration and intelligence. These are the core pillars on which Dr. S.S. Bhatna and his colleagues have founded Sankara Nethralaya." End quote. It is easy to see that these same 6 virtues define Mr. Parekh. As Akhila said, he is a man with a mission. In keeping with the Indian tradition of Paropacaram Idham Sharira, of which corporate social responsibility could be considered a variant, he does believe that if a company earns, it must return to society. Mr. Parekh once outlined the moral principles with which he conducts business: honesty, openness, respect, accountability, and integrity. Now these principles speak for themselves, and today, sir, they speak in your favor. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming once again
I requested her for one-line introduction, but she didn't keep her word. Dr. Badrinath, Vasanti Badrinath, Mr. Anil Nayak, Chief Guest, other dignitaries on the dais, well-wishers and friends of Sankara Nethralaya. It's a pleasure to receive this award today at the hands of an old friend and colleague, Mr. Anil Nayak. It's also a humbling moment for me, as it has been bestowed in the past on exemplary individuals who are both supporters of Sankara Nethralaya as well as aligned with the philosophy of social consciousness. Coincidence that Sankara Nethralaya and HDFC started at the same time, and we are, both of us are in our 40th year of operation. And we both have a culture and a sense of social purpose at its core. At a time when housing was viewed as the responsibility of the government, my uncle H.T. Parekh retired from ICICI to start a long-cherished dream of enabling a common man to own a house during his working life and not after he retired. The HDFC was thus born in 1977 from this determination to find an institutional solution for a prevalent social need, i.e. housing for all. Likewise, Sankara Nethralaya was started to fulfill the need for quality yet affordable eye care for all strata of society, especially for the underprivileged, who are in dire need of medical attention and care. I have known Dr. Badrinath for many, many years, not just as a skilled retina eye specialist, but also as a visionary who sees much beyond his eyesight. Since he started Sankara Nethralaya, he has worked in mission mode to build a premier eye institution whilst remaining humble, grounded and compassionate in his leadership. As institutions grow and create economic value, they must raise their level of social consciousness and for the benefit of all the people and the society, particularly the less privileged. At HDFC, we have long imbibed the philosophy that organization exists for a larger purpose and that wealth should not be limited to creating business assets alone, but also create social value. I am aware that Sankara Nethralaya has produced many great ophthalmologists in India, but to my mind what distinguishes this institution is its strong research focus, research orientation, focus on academia and making available a complete tertiary eye care for treatment of eye diseases. 90% of the world's population living in developed economy with India and China jointly, 90% of the world's blind population is in emerging economies and 40% of that is in India and China, particularly young children. Poverty and blindness are intrinsically linked. Loss or impairment in vision often results in people dropping out of the workforce or having to change their daily routine. Over time, this results in loss of confidence and independence of that individual. For a blind person coming from a low-income family in a rural area or an urban slum, this problem multiplies manifold as the family is already under stress due to their economic condition. It reduces the quality of life of that individual, makes them vulnerable to abuse, destitution and social deprivation, and they are unable to make any economic or other contribution to their family. Eye disorders can be prevented and treated if detected on time. However, with the exception of Tamil Nadu, Gujarat and Maharashtra, which are well covered in terms of eye hospitals, other states, especially the eastern states and northern states, have lack of availability of quality eye care. Seeing this need and seeing this gap, of which are highly underserved, Sankara Nethralaya expanded its presence in West Bengal. I remember earlier days when I used to come here, 50% of the patients in Chennai were from West Bengal, Assam and West Bengal. It is that prompted Dr. Badrinath to take the initiative and set up a hospital in West Bengal. He also set up something in Jharkhand. Over the past 40 years, Sankara Nethralaya has many firsts to its credit. And to my mind, its phenomenal growth has been built on three support pillars. First, focus on academia. Since inception, Sankara Nethralaya has emphasized the need for training. Eye doctors across different parts of the country and close to 2,000 ophthalmologists, as you have seen, Dr. Vasan's presentation, are from here. 1 in 10 in India have been trained under the auspices of Sankara Nethralaya, who then move on to their careers in other parts of the country and who become ambassadors of the hospital. Realizing the importance of skilling, not just eye specialists, Sankara Nethralaya has also gone a step further to train eye support personnel, such as optometrists, nurses, technicians, thereby creating a full service value chain within the organization. So first is academia, second is research. You know, Dr. Sankara Nethralaya started the Vision Research Foundation. Integral pillar of growth has India-centric research for better patient care and for better patient treatment. As a developing country today, we still have a long way to go in building and supporting high-quality research across basic and social sciences, as this is predominant in the West. Sankara Nethralaya's large research facility for excellence in ophthalmic research was the first of its kind in this country. Third is supporting technological innovation to reach scale. Sankara Nethralaya's philosophy of reaching the neediest people in the rural areas, in tribal belts in India, was fulfilled with the launch of the mobile eye surgery unit that we just saw, developed in partnership with IIT Madras. This mobile hospital is a marvel of technological innovation and it's first of its kind in India, as we heard, is the only one recognized by the central government. I am told that in recent years, the use of artificial intelligence platforms for delivery of ophthalmic healthcare at scale is revolutionary the way it can be used for identifying preventable blindness, particularly amongst children. India is slowly developing a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship similar to that of Silicon Valley in the early 80s. But as we write the benefits of technology, we also have to recognize that India cannot progress unless we build an inclusive society. An inclusive society to take care of the underprivileged and the disadvantaged people. This in turn requires visionary organizations like Sankara Nethralaya to encourage, support affordable eye care and innovation. We started supporting Sankara Nethralaya as early as 1998 and have continued over the years across many milestone years. I also remember when I saw Nani Palkiwala's quote, one day Nani rang me up and said, "Can you come and see me?" He was sitting at Bombay House. I didn't know what he wanted. I didn't have any legal problems. I still went to him and he gave me his key. He said, "I went to Sankara Nethralaya once. I met Dr. Badrinath. I want to give all my wealth to Sankara Nethralaya." And during my lifetime, so he gave me those old times, when you had share certificates. He gave me all share certificates in his name, his wife's name. He said, "Please sort it out for me, sell it for me, take my signature and give me the total amount and I will go and give it to Dr. Badrinath." That is how Nani's one visit to the hospital made him all his life savings, the earnings from legal to go to Sankara Nethralaya. I would like to advise all doctors present here today and those who have moved on from this institution to consider your talent as your responsibility. The responsibility of gifting sight to individuals and thousands of people that walk through the doors of Sankara Nethralaya's hospital. Once again, I would like to thank Dr. Badrinath and the Board of Medical Research for considering me worthy of this award, and my heartfelt good wishes on completion of 40 years of dedicated service. I also congratulate the entire Sankara Nethralaya staff who is present here in large numbers and the Board of Trustees and its allied organizations who have worked tirelessly for 4 decades to build this organization as we see it today. And finally, I would also take this opportunity to congratulate Vani Ji, also a long-time supporter of Sankara Nethralaya, for her immense achievements in the field of South Indian music. Thank you, Vani.
Thank you, sir. I would now like to call upon the Chief Guest, Mr. A.M. Naik, to confer the Sankara Ratna Award on Mr. Deepak Parekh. Thank you, sir. A classical musician trained in Carnatic as well as the Hindustani streams of music, who first gave a public performance at the age of 8, a poet, a painter, a mimic, and a world-renowned playback singer and a multifaceted artist. I now call upon Dr. Prema Padmanabhan, Distinguished Senior Consultant Sankara Nethralaya, to introduce the Srimati M. S. Subbalakshmi Awardee, Srimati Vani Jairam.
நீங்க தான் பாட்டு எழுதி கொடுக்குறதா? நீங்க தான் பாட்டு எழுதி கொடுக்குறதா?
Music is said to have arisen from the cadences of emotion and comes closest to being able to express the inexpressible. It is the emotion of love and gratitude that today's function is all about. Sankara Nethralaya has a celestial connection, not just through the sage whose name blesses our very existence, but through that angel who years after her passing continues to enrich our lives. Mrs. M.S. Subbalakshmi, our own M.S. Amma, with all that she represents, is intimately woven into the very fabric of Sankara Nethralaya. In a sense, she picks up when our role as eye doctors ends. We at best can restore eyesight, but Amma's music could paint a landscape that even the blind could see. Her music was a poetry that even the illiterate could read. Her melody was a portal to immortality itself. By way of symbolically perpetuating our love for Amma, Sankara Nethralaya has instituted the M.S. Subbalakshmi Award, meant to be given to someone who resonates with those calls. This year, the award is being conferred on an artist who has delivered the magic of her music to millions across the globe. Like M.S. Amma, she too has become a household name and is fondly referred by many as the Meera of our times. Born in Vellore, to a family where music was the mother tongue they spoke, the little 5-year-old Kalaivani could recognize ragas and reproduce a whole orchestration of songs that she had just heard on the radio. Her first public performance at the tender age of 8 was to mark the beginning of a lifelong journey that not only took her to the different corners of the world, but also transported her enchanted listeners to a universe not bounded by space or time. A journey that was studied and flooded with accolades, titles, awards, and all forms of global adoration. With a foundation in classical Carnatic music, which she learned from Sri Kadalur Srinivasanga, Sri T.R. Balasubramaniam, and Sri R.S. Mani, Mrs. Vani went on, with the encouragement of her husband, Mr. Jairam, to train in Hindustani music under the tutelage of Ustad Abdul Rahman Khan of the Patiala Ghar. Her ethereal voice could caress the nuances of tunes, ghazals, bhajans with the same elegance that she could render Ragan Taran Pallavis. Her flawless diction and authentic pronunciation, whether she sings in Tamil or Telugu or Malayalam, Kannada or Hindi or Marathi or Gujarati or Bengali, is reminiscent of M.S. Amma's universal appeal. The apparent ease of their rendition belies the relentless training, toil and perseverance that went behind it. The music composer, Mr. Vasant Desai, recognized her talent and instantly introduced her into the starlit world of cinema. Who in this audience has not been smitten by the magic of her Bolri Papihara? Who has not not gyrated in hypnotic spell to its tune long after the song was over. It's not audible, but it's always playing in mind. Who will not confess to have secretly tried singing it themselves when nobody was watching or listening? And this, to my mind, is her greatest triumph. She didn't demystify the arcane, making us believe that classical music is not the exclusive prerogative of someone who sits on a stage in a music salon. She made classical music accessible to you and me, so we could befriend the lyrics of her songs and make melody a companion in our lives. Metaphorically, isn't that exactly what humanity needs? Harmony in our interactions with other living beings and an aesthetic participation in a cosmic orchestra. This is what MS Amma epitomized, and that is why we honor Mrs. Vani Jairam today with the MS Sublaxmi.
Thank you, Dr. Prema. We now call upon the chief guest, Mr. A. Nayak, to confer the Srimati M. Sublaxmi Award on Srimati Vani Jairam. I request Dr. Vasavi Kaluna to present the show.
Video, project that. Yeah, project.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I now request Srimati Vani Jairam to address the gathering, please.
A very pleasant good evening to all of you for having come in such large numbers. Before I venture into my acceptance speech, and before my dear, revered Dr. Badrinathji could honor me, I want to honor him in my own humble way and do pranam to him. Namaskaram. Vanakkam. At the very outset, I would like to say that I never write down my acceptance speech when I receive an award. But today, I chose to do that as I am seated in the midst of such scholarly, enlightened, noble, dedicated professionals of not only the medical field but from other walks of life too. I am hesitant to give an example which I have been doing for the past 47 years. It's my proud privilege to be associated so closely with a noble institution like Sankara Nethralaya in my life. I must have done something really good in my previous birth to deserve this. Dr. Badrinathji, who's the founder and chief of this great institution, has toiled so much in his life to bring up this institution to this high level, which is internationally renowned for its noble service to the society. Dr. Badrinathji is not only an exceptional doctor in his chosen field, he is truly a role model for not only his fellow doctors, colleagues, but the very society itself. We all have to imbibe his extraordinary qualities like humility, commitment, devotion, selfless service, with total focus from him. We all will benefit a lot. I'm sure the society too, if it learns from him, can improve a lot. When I received a letter from Sankara Nethralaya, signed by Dr. Badrinathji, informing me about their decision to confer this great honor with an award instituted in the name of the legendary artist, the great Dr. M. Subbulakshmi Amma, the emotions I went through, filled with happiness and deep gratitude, can't be described in mere words. M. Amma has attained Himalayan heights and glory in her chosen profession, which has been her way of life, was an embodiment of humility, the quality which the entire artist community should learn and develop. I feel truly humbled to receive this prestigious award from Dr. Badrinathji and Sankara Nethralaya, and I promise that I will live up to the expectations of Sankara Nethralaya's noble ideals and principles, and serve this great institution in my own humble capacity. Thank you, Dr. Badrinathji. Thank you, Sankara Nethralaya, for providing comfort, peace, selfless service to the millions of patients all over the world without squeezing them monetarily. Long live Sankara Nethralaya. Long live M.S. Amma's immortal glory. Thank you so much for choosing me for this prestigious award this year. Now, as I have little time, I have a few random thoughts to share with you. I haven't exceeded my time limit, I'm sure. M.S. Amma's association, I should share, she was very fond of me. She used to call me home. I have been to her place quite a few times. And when she was quite sick and staying at home, she wasn't giving concerts then. I was paying so much to see her in that condition. So
So I went to her place one day. I sang a few songs for her. One in Tamil, which I have written and composed, and one Kannada number on Goddess Chamundeshwari, and another Hindi bhajan from Meera film. And Amma was so happy. She couldn't even sit, and she was stretching her legs and couldn't fold. And she called me close and hugged me and kissed me and said, "I'm so proud of you." And the great thing I like about you is, நீங்களும் என்னாட்டமே நாபிலேந்து பாடல், இங்கேந்து பாடல, அம்மாட்டோட இங்கேந்து பாடல, என்னாட்டம் நாபிலேந்து பாடல். அது எனக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்சிருக்கு. Second thing I admire about you and like is, நீங்களும் என்னாட்டமே ஆத்துக்காரோட போய் எல்லா இடத்துக்கும் போய் to translate it for you. So, someone told me that you also sing from here, not in a false tone, producing the tonal, voice quality from here. You sing from here, Nabhi. And second thing I like about you is, you also travel to all the places with your dear husband and not leaving him at home, and you never go alone anywhere. Then I told Amma, I haven't even gone to Chengalpattu without Jairam. Leave alone foreign countries, and we have traveled all over. So that is a little digression I did. And then one more thing I should share. When our ladies were singing the invocation so beautifully, hats off. You all sang so well. I have to express my happiness, and that shows that you're all very well trained in music, and every sangati was so good, and you sang in perfect. So whoever has trained you, long live such wonderful gurus on this planet. And this Maitri they sang, written by Mahatma Shankaracharya, Karamacharya, Swamiji, was actually composed, the tune was composed by my guru and mentor Vasan Desaiji. Vasan Desaiji, who introduced me in the film Goody, in my first movie, where our respected Amitabh Bachchanji's wife, Jaya Bhavani, then Jaya Bachchanji now, she was also introduced. And it was my first movie and Jayaji's first movie. And Vasan Desaiji, when I used to go to his place in Shivaji Park for rehearsals, he took out one check one day. Vani ji, you know what it is? I asked him, Dada, kya hai? Then he said, "Ye check MS Amma ne mujhe diya." She came to my flat to learn the tune from me. I composed it for her. She told me, "Karamacharya has written, I want you to compose the tune." So both Sadasivam uncle and MS Amma went to his flat, humble flat, just one kitchen and one room. That's where we all used to go. And he was such a principled person that all the chief ministers and ministers, they used to come to his humble flat. He never used to go to any producer's place or minister's place. They will invite him. And I had been the fortunate, blessed one to travel with him all over Maharashtra to raise funds for Maharashtra Scarcity Relief Fund, and used to go to each and every school in places like Yodmal, Varda, Nasik, and all Jalgaon, Sholapur, Kolhapur, teaching patriotic songs to school children and doing workshops. Dada trained me in all that, and he trained me for this service, that when God has given you such a voice, Vaniji, you should use it for the welfare of the society. So So that was instilled in me, apart from the values instilled by my mother, dear mother and father in my life. So he showed me that check and he told me, you know, she gave it to me long back, I haven't encashed it. Here it is, 500 rupees, MS Amma gave it. And he showed it to me that day. And he has confided so much in me, all that. And then Barwaleji is sitting here. Where? Raju Barwaleji. And Badrinathji sent me to Des Moines, Iowa State, to give a concert specially for Rajuji's father, the great agricultural scientist Dr. Barwaleji, when he received the World Food Prize in Des Moines, Iowa. And I was the chosen one to go all the way from Chennai to Des Moines to give a short concert of Marathi songs, which Dr. Barwaleji wanted me to sing. And he gave me 45 minutes. I kept a clock and concluded my concert exactly on the 45th minute. Like Ramaswamy sir knows the other day, I was singing in Governor Saab's place for Pongal Tiruvizha, and we were all given 15 minutes each. I concluded my concert a few songs on the dot on the 15th minute the other day. He was there. And Barwaleji, I thank you today, and Badrinathji from the bottom of my heart for having given me that golden opportunity to sing for your dear father. I consider it my great fortune in my life. And coming back to my full music career, because apart from being a playback singer, I started my career singing. Of course, from my childhood, I've been singing Carnatic music, family trained, had a strong foundation, inspired. Prerana Meri Masemiri Mujhe, she inspired us all. She was a great singer, Padmavati, and my father, Doreswamy Iyer. They taught us a lot of values, which I still follow, right from trivial things like keeping the kitchen clean and cooking properly for your husband. You have to do it every day. I don't have a cook. I'm the cook and my husband is the driver at home. So coming back to my career, if I'm not taking too much of your Puli Murugan, one of my recent movies in Malayalam, my title song I sang has been shortlisted for this year's Oscar Award. And the 23rd of January this year, the final nominations were out, and we don't have such money to go there to LA and lobby and all that. So, final nominations I didn't get, but I'm proud to tell you, share this information with you all. Out of 200 songs, 70 songs were shortlisted, and my title track I sang for Puli Murugan in Malayalam was one of them. So I'm happy, at least I came by Vasan Desai's blessings and my parents' blessing, I came up to that level. And my Ishtadevam is Muruga, and the very movie for which I was shortlisted has his name, Puli Murugan. So that is another coincidence. And my special humble pranams to Kalyanam sir. Sir, I offer my humble pranams to you because I am a worshipper of the great father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi ji. Along with my father and mother's photograph, Vasan Desai's photograph, of course this side M.S. Viswanathan sir's photograph, I never step out, and one more photograph, without whose blessings I never step out of my flat, that is Mahatma Gandhi ji. I worship him, मैं पूजा करती हूँ उनकी, और आपसे मुझे वो भाग्य नहीं मिला. I was too young probably, because when I was 5 years old in Vellore, I performed in the presence of Dr. Rajendra Prasad ji. I didn't have the good fortune to meet Mahatma Gandhi ji. He, I think he rather was born a little late, so I couldn't meet him. And I seek his blessings through you. And And with these words, I think I should conclude. And let me thank Badrinathji and Sankara Nethralaya once again. And I should thank Prema Amma for that wonderful introduction. And she is somebody I admire and adore. And thank you, Premaji. And I need to come to you soon. I will be coming some 10 days after this. Okay, to examine my eyes. Thank you so much. Thank you all so much. And I'm proud to share this award platform with Deepak Parekh. And I want to incidentally tell him that we bank with HDFC Bank. And I humbly request him to look after us also. Thank you so much, sir. And before I go back to my seat, I would like to give this humble donation of just ₹1 lakh to Badrinathji.